Lights, camera, action. Hello students, Mr. White here with your Dauphinoise potato challenge. You've received your email from me that has the outline as well as the recipe. I'm using the same recipe as you. I'm gonna whip through this thing as fast as I can. Okay, thanks to my daughter who's gonna give me a hand today. First of all, we got our beautiful cutting station set up, the same thing that you're used to, right guys? We've got our landing bowl, we've got our chef knife, we've got our cutting board right against the edge here, we got a damp cloth underneath to keep it locked down, and we got STC, 5 things that we need. STC, something to cut, chef knife, landing bowl, there's your damp cloth and your cutting board. We're gonna go real simple. We're gonna slice today. So today is about slicing. That's that one easy cut. We're gonna take our potato, but before we do, let's go over the safety, right? The hand you're gonna hold the potato with is the claw hand. You make a claw, tuck the thumb in the back. We want the fingers to be bent like that. The knife's gonna go up against it. We don't want fingers extended out. Our chef knife starts in the middle of our table. We pinch it like this, and then we come around. There we go. The finger and the thumb are on there. Look at that. The tip is always going to be down. Lock the tip down. We don't hear that, and we don't cut. We simply move up and down. I've got my potato here, my first cut, and I've peeled the potato. My first cut's going to be a very thin cut off the back. Makes my potato nice and flat. He's not rolling around anymore. So these babies got peeled earlier. You'll start with your peeled potatoes, all right? But for now, just the cutting. Here it is, tip is down, looking over top, using the heel. We cut with the heel, and down we go for a nice, thin slice. We want slices, baby. Here we go, nice and thin. Again, using the heel, you can see because the potato is here, the potato is not up there. Piece of cake, and slice. And slice. I'm looking over top of the blade, not looking backwards like this. I can't measure. Here I can measure. Slice. Beautiful. That one's a little thick. The thinner, the better. Take your time. There are no marks for speed, right? But the payoff's going to be at the end when we eat these babies. So there it is. I've taken a nice potato, sliced her up beautifully. Lovely. Throw out my potato. Let's look at our mise en place. Y'all know what mise en place means, right guys? Mise en place is French for everything in its place. Have a look at our mise en place over here, just according to that recipe. What do we have? We got 2.5 pounds of sliced potatoes, 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, half a cup of melted butter, 1 cup heavy cream. We got our salt and pepper over here. Well, we got the salt anyways. Pepper's over there, dear. Can you grab it for us, please? Piece of cake. We're ready to rumble. Follow the instructions. What else am I going to need? Well, you're going to need to have something to put these potatoes in. You can try a casserole dish. It'll work. You can use one of these Corningware dishes. That works as well. But for today, we're going to have a little twist. We're going to go with a cast iron pan. I love cast iron cooking. Awesome for searing. Today, we're going to sear the potatoes, and then we're going to add the cream. It's going to blow your mind. It's real simple. Watch the magic happen. I got my beautiful 8-year-old daughter's going to help me here. Okay? I start with a little bit of butter in the bottom of the pan. Round and round she goes. Just grease the bottom of that pan up beautifully. And then we just start adding our potatoes. So I got my partner here. She'll grab a pile, I'll grab a pile. We work from the outside in, and you layer them a little bit on top of each other as we go around. Layer away. Now you can do this by yourself. You can do it with a whole bunch of people and work towards the middle. Great job, Tula. Right? And we want to cover so we don't see the bottom of the pan. That's the idea. This is kind of like making a lasagna. It's kind of like making a casserole, right? So we're covering the bottom. We don't want to see any of the bottom of that pan, or if you're using your Corningware, whatever. Beautiful. When we get to here, we're going to salt and pepper. My girl's going to salt and pepper. While she does that, I'm going to hit with Parmesan. Nice little Parmesan. You can use Gruyere cheese if you want. And we're actually going to do a little smash of butter on here too, guys. Every row gets a smash of butter. And then you just repeat. Easy, right? Start at the outside and away we go. We layer, we get everybody on top of each other. We don't want to see any Parmesan or anything after this point. And then you just keep doing this over and over again. Let's see how fast we can do it on our YouTube video here. Okay, if we had 4 people, you can see it be done real fast. So if you were in class right now, guys, you'd be rocking this out, right? And the same thing again, salt and pepper. Because we all know salt and pepper are flavor enhancers, right? That's one thing we talk about in our class. What does salt and pepper do? I don't like salt and I don't like pepper. Well, you do, because we always put that on things at the end. It's called seasoning. And why? Well, you take a tomato, beautiful August tomato, and take a bite. Pretty good. But you put a little salt and pepper on that tomato. I don't mean salt it so it tastes like salt, but just a little seasoning, and then that tomato tastes more tomatoey. When you put your salt in your soup or your omelet or whatever, it just brings that flavor out. So it enhances the flavor of what you're cooking. Okay, salt and pepper to taste, as we say. And here we go with our Parmesan. I think we can probably get another layer or kind of a half layer. Let's try another one. See, we got the last layer in there. Here we go. Real fast. Da, 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 da. Spread these potatoes out, outside to the inside. Most people have fast forwarded past this point here, everybody, so we don't want to sit here and watch Mr. White cook all night long. Easy, right? And watch how fast this is. This is why I like the cast iron. Thank you, Tula. Off you go. Back here, I've heated my oven to 400, but I've also preheated my burner. I'm gonna get my potatoes on the burner. I'm gonna saute those potatoes for about 5 minutes. It's gonna brown the bottom. Then I'm gonna wrap it in aluminum foil, and I'm gonna put it into my preheated oven for about 45 minutes. And we're gonna bring them out, top them with the cheddar, put them back in for 5 without the aluminum foil, and baby, it's gonna be on. I challenge you to do it. It's Easter this week, everybody. Throw something on the table for your family. Make it for your friends. Let's see the finished product in a minute. Okay, all you beautiful players, now let's look at the sort of the secondary stage here. I got the potatoes cooking here. They've been sauteing, right? You can see the smoke coming off it a little bit there. So they've been sauteing the bottoms in the butter. Beautiful. Now we're gonna add our next stage, which is we're gonna take that heavy cream that you set aside, and we're gonna get that heavy cream all around town here. Put it down the edges, and then in the middle. We want that cream to roll in between all those potatoes. Okay, you're gonna save the cheddar cheese for the end. That's the last stage. Okay, pretty simple. We're gonna wrap that in aluminum foil. I can't do it one-handed here. I lost my helpers. We'll wrap that in aluminum foil and we'll put that in the oven, and then we'll top it with cheese, 5 more minutes, and we're done. And you're gonna blow your family away. All right, guys, so last stage, here we go, we're going in. We're gonna take our tin foil off, put our nice pan. You can see what's happening here. Let's have a look at the pan. You can see we're sizzling beautiful. And then we're gonna take our cheddar. Oh, baby, right? You could probably, if you can almost leave this on here because this cheddar is gonna go nuts. But we wanna tan it up a little bit. So we put it back in the oven for 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's gonna tan this thing up. Now, if you don't want cheese, you don't have to do cheese. It does have cream in it. If you don't want the cream inside, you don't have to. You can put some fresh herbs. If you wanna throw some rosemary or something on top of this right now, you could. We'll keep her a little bit simple for now. And we're gonna go back in and see you in about 4 or 5 minutes. All right, let's have a look. Let's see what we got in the end here, guys. So there you go, right? So this is Dauphinoise potatoes. We got cheese on top. Beautifully, it's boiling up a storm here. You can see it hot around the edges. Be careful on your pans, guys. You know the safety of it, right? When you're opening an oven door, we open the door, let the heat out, and then we look in. We don't open the door and stick our face in there and lose our eyebrows. All right, let me just see if I can pull this apart for 2 seconds. Got my trusty spatula here. You're gonna cut this kind of like a pie. Now I would let it cool, of course. You can do it in diamonds. You can do it as a lasagna if you want. But let's have a look at what we got here at our final product, guys. I'll just lift it up and you can see, look at that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And then you eat it like, Mr. White coming at you, food class.